So the first report is active credit cards. How to get the active credit cards? In the secure data tab, we have expired credit cards as well as active credit cards. Filter with only active credit cards. One is for active credit cards. And we have account number, but we don't have customer ID. So here in the customer mapping, we can go and get the customer ID. And with the customer ID, we can get the customer details. And for creating a reports, we'll keep this as a database for us, and we'll do all the reports in another workbook. And we'll use as a template. Report name is active credit cards. Okay. And what are the columns we need here? That is very important. We need customer ID, first name, last name. Okay, these three columns. Then from secure data, we need account number and credit card number. And there should be a expiry date also related to it. With the credit card number, we can get the expiry date, but let us make it simple. If we need, if required, then you can use this way. You can even add the card expiry date, because already we'll be having the credit card number to map. Here we will be having the credit card number, so we can map it. So this is our template for active credit cards. And we'll save this workbook. And we'll name it as credit card reports. And credit card project is a source for us. Okay. So and here we need one more sheet for dashboard. So now the first button we'll use for active credit cards. And we'll use a button here. active credit cards is the main macro, and we'll call all the macros in one macro, but step by step. Active credit cards. Or directly we can remove this and we can name it as reports. And this one we can so we have this template and we'll hide this template. This will be hidden. So first of all, we have to unhide this sheet, copy the sheet, then hide the sheet. So private sub report template, sheets of dot visible is equal to true. What is the name of the sheet? Temp active credit card. Right, this is the name. TEMP active CC. Then we have to add a sheet and copy the template into the new sheet. So I'll not write the code, I'll copy the code which we have already seen in the training classes so that we can do this faster. Okay, here we have all the macros which we have already done. So add new sheet, there is a macro we already created. So we'll go there. Uh, sheets dot add the current project. Okay, so this is the code for adding sheet. And we'll use that in another procedure, add sheets, because we can use this again for other reports. Worksheets.add after worksheet.const, and name will pass from the macro. By val sheet name as string. Okay, now we'll call this add sheets, and we'll pass the report name from here. Report name we can give active credit cards. So now a new sheet is added, and we know the name of the new sheet also. So now we'll go back to this sheet, or if we do like this, then this is much better. Then sheets of template dot select or activate. Then there is another command to select complete thing, right? This is select sheet. So everything will be selected and we can copy. So that is available in mail files and folders, find string con. Okay, I'm not able to find. We can write the code here. Cells dot select, then selection dot copy, then we'll select our new sheet which is added, and name of that sheet is active credit cards, and we'll select the range A1 dot select, then selection dot paste, right? So this report template will call in the macro, call report template.
Selection spelling is not correct.
Selection dot paste. Okay. So this is template is ready. Now we'll hide the template again. So we don't need template, so we'll hide it. let us run this procedure and see how it's working. Cannot run the macro. Button 1, click the macro. Okay. Sign macro. Active credit cards. Object doesn't support this property or method. So for paste, what else we can do? Okay. Okay. Active sheet dot paste. Okay, we'll see till here what it's doing. It has added a new worksheet and it has named it, but it did not paste it. Okay, the situation, it has selected everything, it is copied because we can see the ants, running ants, that proves that it has copied. Okay. Okay, now this time it has pasted correctly. So this part is done. Now next thing is what we need, and here I'll add one more module and I'll name it as general so that we can keep our shared macros over there, like this one. Whenever we need to add a sheet, just we'll send the name of the sheet and it should add, and instead of private we should make it public. Your workbook should be a Excel macro enabled workbook, then only you can save the macros or VBA code in the workbook, otherwise you cannot. So this is one thing, and we'll name this as report module active credit cards. Okay. So now next thing is we need to open a main workbook where the data is. So for opening another workbook, we need to have a macro for that, right? Should be dot open Copy sheet from another workbook. Here we are doing, right? Here we are opening the workbook. And we'll need, okay, we'll use only until here. In the module general, I'll put this in a public, because for every report we have to do this. So we'll share this, open data book, data workbook, and here is the code, and this part will replace, file name will replace, we need the location, this is the one, right, where we have the data. Yeah, so location, and name of the workbook, and check the extension .xlsx. Okay, so it will open this workbook and it is going to activate that workbook too. So we'll call this shared procedure here. We'll make another
There is one thing we have to do
mm-hmm.
in the mod active credit card. We had to the recently made the recently so in subroutine there is one mistake. Windows active. We have to give the correct workbook name. If you go back to module active credit card,
Okay,
Windows,
it's a credit card project dot xlsx. Okay, thank you, Tasu. So open data workbook, or we can say data source. So for that, call open data workbook. What it will do, it will go and open this workbook and activate it. So after activating, now we are in the another workbook. So we need to first activate and select the sheet which is in the credit card project. Which sheet we need to open? First we need the secure data here, right? This is the one. So first we need to select the secure data sheet. So sometimes it could be visible false, so it is a good habit to make it visible true every time. Then select it. Then what we do after coming to this sheet, we are going to apply filters. Then we are going to select one. This is how we want. So for this we need a data filters. Range, then auto filter, and from where to where we need the range A26, A1 to G26, or yeah, A1 to G26. Instead of giving this hard coding, it will be better if you can get the last used row. Auto filter field is equal to which field we want to filter? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, and criteria is equal to 1. And this part also, instead of hard coding, will use the last row. And last row also uh, we'll write it in here because we'll be using it in several times. Public sub get last row, and by val sheet name as string. And instead of this, if we make it function, otherwise we can use a public variable here. Public last row as long. So first of all, when we come here, we should activate the sheet. and this will pass from our macro sheet name. Then we'll set the last row is equal to range of A1 dot cells dot string dot used range dot rows. So maybe we have to run this if it is working properly. We need to pass the name. Call. What is the name of the procedure? Get last row. Call get last row, and we need to pass the sheet name. Sheet name is secure data. Then we get a last int last row is equal to module general dot last row, but we need to declare this variable dim. No need to do that. Actually, it's a public variable, so we can directly get, instead of assigning to another one, directly we can use it here. Okay, but make sure you run this before using it. Let us run this procedure. We need to close the credit card project file. Okay, then have we opened this one? Okay, here call open data source. So type mismatch. Okay. Rows dot count. So what we have 26 rows. Now we are getting that. So let us try this. So it has applied the filter and it has filtered it. Now what we need to copy from this sheet, that is important. We need to go back to our report again. What we need, customer ID, first name, last name. We can't get that from here. But are we getting account number from here? What we are getting? Here we are getting the account numbers. So we can copy this account numbers, right? So next step is with this workbook, what we need to do, we need to uh, copy the visible rows. Only visible rows we need to copy. So what we can do is dot select here instead of instead we copy only the account number, and account number is starting from B2. It is starting from B2 and last number is we don't know. We are using the used range. Dot select, then selection dot copy, then we need to again activate this workbook. This workbook dot activate. This workbook means where we wrote the macros, where the code is written. This workbook dot activate. Then when we come to this workbook, we are already on active credit cards and we are here. But still will not take any chances. We'll repeat this code again. Dot select. Now this time we'll paste it in D2. So D2 to D2 dot select active sheet dot paste. But this is the account number. If we have to use the VLOOKUP, then this column should be in the beginning. then only we can use VLOOKUP for the rest of the things. So in our code, this will become A2 instead of D2. Let us execute this part of the code, and this change we should make in the template. This account number should be here. And here we can have VLOOKUP formulas. Let us take example of this one. So here it should be is equal to VLOOKUP, where in this one we have the account number. Then what we are trying to get is a customer ID. So customer ID mapping is available here. Here also this customer ID should be in the next column. We cannot get the back value. Okay, now VLOOKUP will work, and we can get the customer ID from here. So is equal to VLOOKUP value, then table array is this one, then comma, column index we need column 2, and we use exact match, and we have this. This is how we get the customer ID. And for
Irfan,
the first name,
when you were, hello,
yeah,
yeah, when you were writing the range of the index, like we selected the table having the account number and customer ID, then you
mhm,
wrote column 2 from which we want the value. So if they were like the other way around, which they were earlier, couldn't we write column 1 and get it?
no, column 1 will be what we are looking for.
Okay, so it needs to be 2 only at that value.
Yeah, either we can get the same value, column 1 or column 2 or any column, in a positive way, not in a negative. We cannot use -1, -2 column.
But we cannot even use 1.
We can use 1. 1 will return the same VLOOKUP value what we are looking for.
Okay.
So how can we get the first name is equal to VLOOKUP, then we look for the customer ID, then we go back to the customers, we look for this one, and we can use first name and last name here, comma. In this case, first we'll use 2, and in the next column we'll use, okay, can write one more time, not a problem. Is equal to VLOOKUP. We are looking for this value. Then we need a table array, customers. This time we need the third column, column 3, then set match. Customer ID 10 is okay. So we are getting the right. Then final thing is credit card number. And the credit card number, okay, we already have here credit card number. And we are using the secure data, right? Secure data. So what we can do is we can copy both the cells. Instead of B, we can copy B and C both. Where is that? Here. So we can insert this one here and we'll get credit card number with that copy itself. This is the one. So this is how we want. So when we paste, we have to paste it from here and here. This two will be, and we'll stretch this. Okay. So
I have one question.
yeah. Go ahead.
If suppose the data table is workbook is closed, at the time still VLOOKUP gonna work for credit card number, customer ID, and first name, last name.
Yeah.
If the workbook which has all the data, if it is closed, still VLOOKUP gonna work.
Yes, it works. But for copying and pasting, we need to open that workbook. That's why we are opening it and we are pasting it. So let us run this part quickly and see. I'll delete this one, and this one we need to save and hide. Okay. And where is the workbook? Okay, data workbook is here. So we'll remove the filter, clear everything, and we'll save it. So let us try this one. So now we got till here. If we stretch this, then our work is, this report will be complete. So for doing that, what we do, we select from here to here. that is C2E. So here in the code, what we have to add, range C2 to E2, C2 to E2, select, then selection dot auto filter. Okay. So I'll delete this sheet. Let us run once again. It did not work. Auto filter. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm using auto filter, not auto filter. Uh, what is that? It's not auto filter. Uh, Autofill. I'll delete this. Argument not optional. Then autofill. Is equal to C2 to C. We don't have the last row for here. We have to get the last row again. Yeah, we can get the last row like this. And we need to call the this is the workbook. This is the worksheet name. We need the last used range of that. We need to rerun it. To fill method of range class failed. C22 This should be E. E. So it worked this time. So let us run it once again. And every time after opening, we'll close the workbook also. Where is that workbook? We are opening here. Public sub close data source activate active window dot close. So we'll call this procedure whenever we have to close this workbook. Active sheet dot paste dot copy active sheet dot paste. Then we are done here. Call close data source. Okay, we'll close it, don't save, and we'll delete this sheet. Now let us run. It is closing, but it is asking whether to save or not. We don't want to save this. So only two things left here. One is these are formulas. We need to convert these formulas into values. For that, just copy and paste all the data. Copy and paste the data as values. That will finish here. And next thing is, while closing the workbook, it is asking whether to save or not. So we don't want to save that. So active window dot close.
Irfan, I just wanted to ask something. I might have missed something in between. So the VLOOKUP formula which you gave for 3 rows, how is it coming automatically? Did you wrote it somewhere in the code too?
So you did not watch.
Yeah, like for 5 minutes I just went somewhere, so I might have missed that thing.
Here, this is the code where we are filling up. We are using autofill. Here,
But like autofill will work, like we have to put the formula somewhere.
we have put the formula here, right, in the template.
Okay, the template only in the template.
And we are copying this template, right?
Okay, got it.
So uh, it is asking to save, so we don't want to save. So let us see. File without saving it. So we can use this one, application dot display alerts false. Otherwise, save changes is equal to false. We'll use this one. And also we'll use uh, display alerts uh, and finally what it has to do, it has to copy C2 to E last row, copy and paste as values. Already it is selected, so we'll use selection dot copy, then range C2 dot select, then active sheet dot paste. But this won't be sufficient because we have to paste as values. This is not enough. We need to paste as values here. Okay. Let's see that here. Okay. Dot paste special and cell paste values. So I think this should be the last time we'll be executing this. A special method of worksheet class field. Okay. So it did not work. Fish. No, this won't work. Paste special Excel paste values. Why it's not working? Paste special Excel paste values. We can use this, but the thing is this should work. Paste special Excel paste values.
Instead of active sheet, give range C2 dot paste special.
Yeah, we can use that way. It did not work. This one should work. Special paste Excel paste values operation and skip blanks false transpose false. Let us try this one. Yeah, this worked. So if so this is done. If at all we have to, give me few minutes. So report is ready. If at all we have to export this and attach to a email, then you guys already know. Just copy and paste the code from here, which we have seen in the classes. This is the one. Customize this and use it for exporting and creating a Outlook email and forward it. You want to see it now? Tell me fast. You guys want to see that?
Yes.
Okay. Export file. I'll put this on the desktop. Uh, and also we need the code for export. So it should be do cmd dot transfer spreadsheet should be. Okay, it is here. Oh, we are using MS Access for that. No. Then we have used for sort data, apply filter, group, copy sheet from export sheet to another workbook. Okay. Module general will add this one, and here we'll import BAS file. So in module general, do we have to? Yeah, we have to do a lot here. Export sheet to another. So here we'll call as by val sheet name as string. So wherever there is a sheet name, we'll replace it with sheet name. And we'll send the workbook on this folder. Here we need the sheet name, but we need to concatenate this string. So workbook will have the same name as the report. Called active window dot close. Okay. And but we have to export sheet to another workbook. Then here we have to make a lot of changes, maybe. We have only one. We don't don't need all these things, and instead of sending, we just display here. We don't need this code, we'll remove. And this will replace with the sheet name. By val sheet name as string, and sheets dot add sheet name, and also we can add here date, but date will have slashes that will not accept, so we need to pass it in a format uh, open bracket, close bracket for format. Here date, comma, format is MMM DD YYY. Let us try this format if it works. Anything else? Here also will subject will change to sheet name, and I need email addresses if you guys can provide. But it's taking a long time. Can somebody give me your email address? Couple of you. Tausif1@hotmail.com.
That's right.
And one more I need for BCC.
I send you in Skype.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Okay. So we'll name it as send email or send report. So which is our main. I think this one we can close now. We don't need anything else. Here we can call module general dot export sheet to another workbook. Then call email file dot send report, or we'll name it as email report. Email report dot send report. Let us try this one. Argument not optional because we have to pass the sheet name. What is the sheet name? Active credit cards. The Outlook.application user defined type not defined because we have not given the reference for the Outlook. That's why it did not work. We need a reference, right? Reference to Microsoft Outlook 12 object library. So for that we need to break this and go to references, look for Microsoft Outlook, Office, okay, Outlook 15 object library. If it is 2010, you may find it as 14. If 2007, it's 12. So different version will be there. So I'll make it X here. And this could be X also. Okay. If file name active credit card dot xlx already exists in this location, do you want to replace it? Yes. Cannot find this file, verify the path and file name. Not correct. Okay. So we need to have the export workbook in the same location and in the same formats. Then only this will recognize. So we'll use active workbook dot path here. Save file name. Here we'll use this complete thing here. Active workbook dot path, but we need to do more here by adding the extension dot xlsx. Then we need the file format. Then we remove this from here. So this last thing we need to add where we are exporting the sheet, so where we are sending the email. Now let us try once again. And another thing, it is saying that workbook already exists. So we'll make it shut here by application dot display alerts is equal to false, and after doing we'll make it true. Path not found. Active workbook dot path. Okay, not that way. Then application dot path root office 15. No. Okay, we'll use the same path. It is going somewhere else. No, I don't want to mess. Then if we change here, then we have to change in the email also. Instead of active workbook.path, we have to use the same location. Okay, now report is exported and it has the name as whatever the name we have provided, and also it has added the date March 02 2016. Okay, and it is going to these 3 email addresses. If you want, you can add more just by adding semicolons in the code. And it also has a subject as active credit cards, and you can write the body whatever you want. So this report is ready. Any questions here before winding up the class? And do you want me to show one more report? Or you guys are good and you guys are confident that you can do the rest of the reports?
Like whatever reports are required in this project, all will be done in the same way, or do we have to some other techniques also to do that?
I need to check that. So, no, definitely different reports will have different logic. Active accounts will be same, deactivated same, closed accounts. Customer balances is a different one. In customer balances, what you have to do is you have to pick a customer number, then you have to check whether it's a debit or credit, add all the debits, then add all the credits, then debit minus credit, that is the balance. So you have to calculate for each customer through a macro.
Can we do this report on maybe weekend?
Why you guys don't want to try that? You
By
already
weekend we will try. If we are not able to do, then
Want to do it now?
yes, Nahid?
So you want to do it now, or you can do it later on?
You guys try. That is what I want.
Okay.
If I
Okay,
show
no
10 reports also, that is waste. That is waste until you guys try on your own.
Okay, no problem.
If you don't get, don't worry. I can show you, but try. Until you try, you won't get that. At least try 3-4 reports, then you will get confidence that you can do anything. Okay, that is customer balances. Then expired credit cards are opposite to active credit cards. You can use the same macros instead of filtering on active credit cards, just filter on the expired credit cards. That's it. Then merchant payments is again calculations in the transactions. Select each merchant, then see how much it is coming up for a particular period of time, like monthly. Let us say transactions are from 1st January to 31st January. So only between those dates, add up the transactions for that merchant minus 2.25% bank commission. Calculate 2.25% of the total, whatever it's coming here in the transaction, minus 2.25%. Then balance is the merchant balance payable. Then transactions for the month. Then again, you need to use the date, transaction date here for a particular month. Then decline transactions again from the transactions So decline transactions are zeros here. Whatever is zero. So sorry, zero is approved, one is decline. So the same report what we did just now is the same way, but this will be a monthly basis for a particular month. Debit transactions are credit transactions for the month. Then you can generate a report on a credit card holder credit limit. Then customer information, you can combine all this one and contact details from here. This too will make a contact details of the customer. Okay, so try, and if you guys don't get, then when you want me to come again online. Thursday, Friday, Saturday is good for trying. Shall we meet on Sunday?
Saturday will be fine for me. I don't know other people.
So shall we meet on Sunday again?
Saturday will be good for me, Arfan.
Sunday morning is, yeah, whatever time suits everybody.
You can do it Saturday morning
But when will you try?
by Friday.
Thursday and Friday you guys are going to try, and Saturday we can meet, and if need, okay?
Yeah.
Are you sure? And what about others?
Yeah, Saturday is fine with me.
Okay. And Nidhi, fine with you? Nidhi and Tausif?
I guess we need weekend to work on this, and next week weekday is gonna be better to check out.
I agree with Tausif, like, but
Sorry, I didn't understand what he said. Can you repeat that?
like he's saying that let us not meet this weekend. We'll meet next week in during the weekdays, so that
Yeah, I think that would be better too. Oh.
during the weekend you guys will try, and if you guys are successful, then okay. Even then, we'll meet next week somewhere on Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, if you're good with meeting us next week, I think that would be better. Then we get this whole week to work on the project.
Okay. And Husna,
Yeah.
so you want to try this?
I'm still working on the old one only, so I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay, so we'll meet next week somewhere on Monday or Tuesday, and I'll email day before, like I'll give at least 24 hours notice. Okay. So good luck.
So can you send the today's file, no?
Yeah, sure, I'll do that.
And recording too, please.
Recording maybe.
YouTube. Okay, in the YouTube, right?
Yeah, recording may take some time, but anyway, I'll try to send.
Oh,
Okay, good night, guys.
good night.
Good night.